So this is my goals for the year 2024, and I'm breaking my goals down into three main categories this year: dating, finance, and travel. As far as number one goes, I've talked about this before, working on dating. I just want to refine it a little bit more like I have in the past and get better at it. Part of that means refining my looks some more, dressing better, working on my confidence, probably the biggest bottleneck I have of all. An example of working on my confidence that I did last year was when I went and did the dancing, and that helped me get more comfortable around people, and it gave me some skills and some things to talk about. So that was very helpful. I want to do more stuff like that. Becoming more interesting. That's something I've noticed in my talks with women online, is that I'm not a very interesting person. I don't have much to talk about outside of my career, and most women are not interested in my career at all. They like travel, and a lot of them are fairly well traveled. I haven't traveled at all in the last like 10 years. I slept in the back of my car one time at Whitefish Point up in Michigan, one of the most northern points of Michigan, and that's been about it. So I want to make a more of an effort to travel. I did a while back drive all the way around Lake Michigan. I want to do more stuff like that. Just stuff doesn't cost much money, but kind of cool road trip. Maybe stay at a campground. Uh, just stuff like that. I think it'd be good for me, and I'll win either way. Whether it impresses women or not is kind of irrelevant. I'm more so looking at it through the lens of how can I increase my dating marketability and stay true to what I want to do. That's why I drew this little diagram here, kind of talking about my interest versus women's interest and where's the overlap. Because a lot of my interests are things like guns, cars, uh, video games, running a business, entrepreneurship, that type of thing. And most women are not into that stuff. Most women are more into things like movies and social media, uh, drinking, things like that, the socially drinking, going to wineries, that type of thing. And I try and ask myself, what's the overlap between these things? I would say things like hiking, things like traveling. Some women are into history that I've talked to, like talking about maybe ancient Greek history or whatever it is, stuff like that. So I'm trying to kind of find what I like and they also like, and kind of tailor my interest for the time being towards that, because there just isn't any loss for me. And even if they're not interested, it helps me, develop more skills and become more of a well-traveled person in the world. I also want to focus on my finances. This is always something that supports a lot of this stuff, supports the traveling. I have a fair amount of debt right now in my business, and it's not that I've done anything wrong or that the business is going bad. When I see opportunities, I always try and take them, and I take into account too what it would cost me if I do finance something. But I just want to get back to having a zero credit card balance, and I'm at a point right now where I have 5 figures in credit card debt, but I can definitely pay it off this year. And I want to reestablish an emergency fund as well, because right now I only have like $1,000 on my checking account. But again, it's just because I see opportunities in my business and I try and take them when they're there, if I can make money on them, because there's no point in having money sitting in a bank account and it's getting eaten away by interest or depreciation. Otherwise, I want to focus on travel. I've already said that, but when I set it up here, I meant more so like weekend travel. I would like to travel somewhere more major, like maybe for a week or two, travel out of the country. And I don't even mean like a fancy vacation. I almost think it would be cool to go on a pilgrimage, because I've always thought it'd be cool to go on that pilgrimage they have in Spain, the Camino de Santiago, I think it is. I've talked to my friends before about that, and that seems like it'd be really cool. I can't imagine it would cost a whole lot of money other than the airline ticket, since you're pretty much roughing it and walking the whole way. But I'd like to do more stuff like that and actually get out there. I think it'd be a great way for me to gain more confidence as well, as if I did something like that. But those are my goals for the year pretty much. I may change and modify that as well, but these are pretty much going to be my focuses, and I think I will achieve most things on here, and I still haven't given up. Thanks for your continued support.